have, of course, a small medium enterprise with us. The head of the Nigeria's Premium Breadmakers Association is saying that flour millers are possibly engaging in price gouging. He says the flour millers have claimed prices of flour were high because they were accessing FX from the parallel market. But after the FX liberalization, which we just talked about in our last segment, they raised prices again, claiming now that they were accessing FX from the official window. And now that the liberalization has taken place, they've now had to raise prices again. So Engineer Onuorah Emmanuel is with us. He's the president of the Premium Breadmakers Association of Nigeria. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. And happy MSME Day to you.
Thank you.
You are one of the engines of the economy, growing jobs and so on. Let's talk about this now. Can you explain the process for us? How the millers, how they get the flour gets to you, and then the bread gets to my table.
Okay. Well, good morning, viewers. As Premium Breadmakers Association of Nigeria, we are end users of the product. We are end users of the final product that comes out from the wheat. Nigeria imports basically from Russia, Ukraine and some other, just a few of it from other parts of the world. It gets in here. We are final users. We use the final products from the wheat. Okay, there are many byproducts to it, but which is the flour, the white and brown flour is the major catchphrase in it. So what they do is they buy the millers. After milling, they sell through their distributors, and we buy from their distributors. Okay, we are not their distributors because we don't have the capital outlay most often than none to buy directly from them. Some of the very big bakeries do though, but as end users, we interface with them from time to time. And let me say this and put it in perspective. It's not only the millers that are into this. The sugar refiners are into it also. So it's going to be something you take holistically so that people will know where we are in this country. And if tomorrow the prices of bread begin to soar higher, people will know, knowing fully well the role that bread plays in the life of the country. Because it's a staple, you understand, it's a grab and go for everybody. So we must all ensure that those of us in the value chain, in that production and the wheat value chain, must ensure that, yes, there is food security in order not to exacerbate the already tense insecurity in the country. So if it happens like that, normally when we go for meetings in Abuja and all that, because we don't interface with them easily, they have their distributors. What they will always normally tell you is that, yes, the prices are going up because we source our markets, we source our FX from the parallel markets.
Okay.
That's the catchphrase. That's what they always say because we meet the top echelon of these millers. They will tell us all of that. And when they tell you all of that, what does it mean? You now feel that, oh, these guys are getting this thing at maybe 750 then. And all of a sudden, the President Tinubu administration has come and liberalized the whole thing. And then the people are now trying to say, oh, we are getting this thing before from the official source before we raise our LC and others. What does it tell you? What you are trying to do is just to put us in a cul-de-sac as bread makers and make us unprofitable and drive us out of business. We recently started hearing they want to increase bread by flour by maybe as much as 5,000 naira. Maybe they want to start with 2,500 naira that was supposed to take effect yesterday. But because of the tension here and there, I think maybe they just put it on hold. And we're calling on them that they shouldn't do that now because they've been telling us all this while that they've been sourcing their FX from the parallel markets.
Right.
The government has liberalized it. Now let everybody play in the field. There's the I&E window for everybody, importers, exporters, and all of you. Yesterday I was in I was just curious. I was at Sergio show. I just branched and asked one of these parallel market operators, one of these men, it says 760, and at the close of business, I think the rate was about 760 something too. That means there's a balance. So why want to suffer the business? Why want to suffer my members? Why want to suffer bread makers? Why want to put Nigerians under tension? Because everybody must make sacrifices now. Same goes to the sugar refiners. Sugar refiners, the last time I came here, they increased price in less than a month by 10,000 naira. And you know the impact this has on our costing. It's never good for us at all. If you take in terms of waiting, if you wait, the first one there is the big elephant in the house. The flour takes about above 50% in our costing template, followed by sugar. Then energy comes close. Energy that was like maybe 2-3% before. Energy is driving it now because you put these three are the big elephants in the house, the biggest elephant that could destroy the house being flour, followed by sugar, running close running close with power.
Yeah.
And power may surpass it from the way we are going now.
In fact, you want to share you said you got a notice from, I think we were talking of the tariffs. Could you be looking at higher tariffs for your power?
Yes, I got one from Eco Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me, normally in my area, I'm in Surulere, Ijesha precisely, power...
Eric Moore?
No, Ijesha,
okay.
to Martin Street. In my area, I don't get public lights as much as I do. Energy is the fulcrum of any economy. Right. And you know it everywhere in the world. In Europe, in London today, in Germany, the government is spending so much subsidizing energy because without energy security, your industrial growth will be zero. So when I got the notice, they said they were going to increase the tariff from July 1st, I think. They sent a notice. They sent it to me. I got it. And I was, what is this again? On a good day, I don't get light for more than 5-6 hours a day. I run on gen sets. And every week, it eats deep into our operational costs and erodes all our margins. Okay? I do like 4,000. I was doing about 7,000 liters of diesel weekly before. But
7,000 weekly?
Yes, weekly. But now I'm doing about 4,000 because capacity has dropped by about 70% and all that. You know, for bread makers, people don't know. What we use majorly in Nigeria because of the dearth of energy or power, electricity, we use our oven for the premium bread makers that use mechanized equipment. We use the diesel more often than not to burn our burners that powers the rotary ovens. So we use diesel a lot. We have 250 kVA generator in my place. It alternates. As I was leaving this morning, the 2,000 liters we bought about Thursday last week is been exhausted. How does a business survive in that? Coupled with the fact that as I'm talking with you now, they said they have added a 7.5% VAT on it, and they served us notice to our peddlers, our vendors have sent us notice. So meaning that the price of diesel that was about 600, 650 now, we hedge up a bit. I don't know what it will come up to.
I want to ask you, okay, so if I go back to the flour millers and even the sugar folks, since they are part of what they use is the imports,
Yeah, they do import.
Customs did reprice their rates.
I learned of it on Saturday.
So in fact, I think we have an image
on Saturday.
from there.
Is it 500 and something now from 420 something?
Thank you.
I saw it on Saturday and I was aghast.
Is that will that not? Yeah. So there it is, 589.45. So will that not play into this? If we want to be, if I play devil's advocate and argue on the side of the flour millers, if they tell you, engineer, we are paying 589 now to bring in flour, sugar. So our prices to you, to our distributors, and so you have to go up. Would you accept that if customs is raising the exchange rate at which they bring the flour into the country?
Well, see, and this is where the government comes in, to be very honest. The President Tinubu administration must look at this whole ramification of what they are doing. This economy, look, I was coming, let me tell you what happened. I drive normally from Ijesha to this place. It takes me about 2 hours to get here because of the gridlock normally on a third mainland bridge, okay? It took me 30 minutes. Are you not surprised I've been here for more than it took me 30 minutes.
Because there's nobody on the road.
Nobody is on the road. What does it tell you? When you don't have vehicles on the road, the economy is going down. And look, let's be very, very careful with what we do. Yes, we want to liberalize, we want everything to be okay, but the government must know that people must exist before people must be alive for them to govern us. Look, you are doing everything. Look at what you called it. You are doing energy, you are doing fuel.
Okay, the dragon. Let's put the dragon back up. But this dragon is eating into the revenues of the country, engineer. And they're saying that the last administration, they ran out of money. Let's put there it is. So fuel subsidy, trillions. Exchange rate subsidy, we're paying trillions. Electricity subsidy, so the dragon is eating the country alive.
Did you hear what Yuguda said yesterday?
Come
on.
I understand.
Did you hear what Yuguda said? Look, even the government that came in, let's be realistic. Have they done an audit? Have there been a forensic? What quantity are we consuming?
In terms of fuel, right?
What quantity are we consuming? Then you talk about electricity. Electricity, energy security is key. The government must give us something back. What do they give us as Nigerians?
You're talking about palliatives now.
Not even palliatives. No, I'm not talking about palliative. Is a different thing. Who does palliative go to? Palliative goes to only workers. But does palliative come to me? No. It doesn't come to me. Does it go to every other Nigeria? This economy is informal driven. The man that does wheelbarrow and all that, those are the people wheeling the economy. And not these people sitting in office and all that. You do salary increase. Do you factor myself into consideration? How do I be, when my capacity is dropping as a baker, my members are going out of business. Every day my members are closing shop with the attendant job losses. Who does, you understand me? How does the economy grow? And I look, for bread, it's even, you can even see people buying, but what about other people doing other things in the economy? I have friends that are doing other things. I used to have a pig farm. It shut down. So much money went into it. Swine flu came in and destroyed everything. So, you know, it's just the government must be very careful too, so that they don't push Nigeria to the precipice. People are already suffering.
Well, so, you know, and look, again, engineer, I understand perfectly where you're coming from. You represent, you know, the engine of the economy. You are a business owner. You employ people. But the thing, okay, so what we're almost out of time. We only have a couple minutes to go, right? What do you want to see? Do you want the millers to hold off on raising prices? Do you want an energy support from the government? What to ease? What to ease things? There's so many issues.
See,
I don't know
I'm going grace very, very fast because I feel for my members. Yes. I feel for myself. Yes. The truth is, I'm calling on the millers. Let everybody put on hold everything, like we've done in my association. I told my members, look, let's freeze everything now. Let's look at the ramification of everything in its totality. Yeah. Don't be quick to say I want to raise prices and all that. Then look at your costing. If your costing is no longer working and you don't have the volume throughput to be able to make you profitable, go ahead and do anything you need to do to be profitable, to survive. You understand me? Yeah. Then for the energy is key in whatever we are doing. Look, our distributors use a lot of fuel. My members that are running small bakeries, there are so many of them, they use fuel. Most of them, my distributor was telling me yesterday, she normally spends maybe like 5,000 to like 8,000 to fill a tank. Now she does 4,000 every day. The gauge doesn't even move. Yeah. So what does it tell you? She's already in a cul-de-sac. Yeah. Yeah. Her own income has dwindled, and she doesn't have her gain is being eroded. So the whole thing must be placed in perspective. The government must come clean to Nigerians and let us know it's not a question of rushing to do these things. Good, you are rushing to do it. Yes, people are saying it's good and all that, those that are benefiting from it, but we must get to the bottom of this thing. There must be some form of security for Nigeria. As premium bread makers, we are saying that the millers, as those that produce our final product that we use for our manufacturing, and the sugar refiners must look at this whole thing. They shouldn't put this whole thing beyond what we are doing now, because if it does and bread goes to 2,000, 3,000, who can buy it?
Right. Engineer, passionate plea on your behalf here. I thank you for joining us and for putting a face and a voice to what's going on with business owners in the country. Are you hopeful that maybe this is, okay, what do you think about we're almost out of time. Short-term pain, but long-term gain. You think maybe over the long term, these pressures will ease?
We've been here before.
Yeah.
This is a sense of deja vu. For me, I don't believe anything anybody is telling me. If you say short term, we've been here. Look, this subsidy thing has been running, and all this energy brick bats, it's been running for a long time. You know, so for me and my members majorly, I think everybody is just watching and seeing what will happen. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, what you would have said yesterday is a big one.
Gotcha.
Is anybody looking at it? Yeah. Who are those that are doing those things? Can somebody tell you, I don't tire to get money? I don't tire to make money. Are they not pitying this country? Come on.
Well said, engineer. Engineer Emmanuel, of course, president of the Premium Breadmakers Association of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Nigerians, and let's keep hope alive.
We did. We're positive way to end the segment. Thank you, sir.